been exactly 2 months, 3 days since the last time I uploaded a video. Most of you have been asking yourselves, where am I? Some of you that have been trying to reach me and have not gotten a reply, I apologize. Sometimes you go through a little bit of tough times in life and you just want to kind of detox. You want to kind of be left alone. Your mind is not focused on everything but only the most important things on your day-to-day life. That's sort of the situation I've been in. Not to mention the fact that really and truly the good topics to talk about in boxing are the topics that most of us have been arguing for the past 2-3 years, which is the professional skill of ducking. I don't know how to put this, but boxing, it's becoming a game of hypes. In fact, boxing promoters are cult leaders, if you want to put them that way, because they say one thing, and then you got the cult members, sort of like the YouTube haters and most of the YouTube non-knowledgeable fans, following what they're saying and believing, in fact, what they're saying. I mean, Canelo versus Angulo. Can somebody tell me why? I mean, I understand they're both coming out of a loss. I understand that they're trying to give the young fighter that confidence boost. But at the same time, they're giving that young fighter that #1 spot type of media job type thing. I mean, let's be real. This fight is the same thing as Manny Pacquiao versus Brandon Rios. They're using the name to get you guys excited. Oh my goodness. You know, Canelo is going to fight a guy who can listen to the way you guys think. Canelo is going to fight a guy who can take a punch and give a punch, and he comes forward. But sadly, that's all he can do, is just take punches and come forward. And sadly, you guys are psychologically getting yourselves high by lying to yourself, saying, well, he got thumbed in his last fight versus Erislandy Lara with thumbless gloves. I've never heard of somebody getting thumbed in the eye with thumbless gloves. Matter of fact, I ain't never heard nobody getting their face like that with a thumb. The pain was excruciating, so he quit. I can't blame him. He's human. He's not metal. But I cannot respect him because he's a coward. He goes on the media and said, Lara does not deserve a rematch with me because of the way he beat me. Seriously? You mean you don't deserve a rematch with Lara? He beat you. You ain't nobody to say whether he deserves a rematch or not. He's your boss. He fired you. Right? But then they use the coward excuse. Ginger Boy goes around and says, Yo solamente peleo con peleadores, no con corredores. I only fight fighters, not runners. Well, fighting a runner must not be that bad, because that runner just made the fighter you're fighting quit, which contradicts the Mexican belief. Fighters, please just watch what you're saying in front of a camera, because it can come back to bite you later. And you keep avoiding Erislandy Lara. But not only you, Canelo, now Triple G, the destruction machine, avoids Erislandy Lara. I mean, you would think somebody from 160 pounds that can knock anybody out. We're looking at one fighter who is fighting currently at 150 54 and say, well, you know, his first fight at 160 is going to be with me. I can knock people out with both hands with a body shot. Well, it's going to be an easy fight. I'm taking him because he's got some name. He just beat Alistair Trout. He just beat Angulo. He's a fighter who people are saying is feared by Canelo, by most of the guys in his weight division. But no, he's also feared by Triple G. Feared by Triple. Don't give me the crap. Oh, he's looking for better things like Andre Ward. No. That's not the answer. The answer is Lara is somebody who is being extremely feared. But they want to use the excuse, he's a runner, right? Okay. Not a problem. If that's why you want to make yourself feel good, so be it. I understand. I understand. I completely understand. Keep lying to yourself if it makes you feel good. I'm sorry, but I will not lie to you. I will tell you what's on my mind. And if I'm right, great. If I'm wrong, too bad. I learned. I'll come back another day. Mikey Garcia, the Garcia brothers versus Gamboa. It's a fight that not only the Cubans want it to happen. You would be an ignorant to think that only Cubans want that fight to happen. You can ask any Mikey Garcia fan, and they'll tell you, we want him with Gamboa. Matter of fact, there's a video on YouTube where they got some of his fans surrounding him. Yo, here's Mikey. You got a chance to talk to him. What would you watch? Hey, yo, when you gonna fight Gamboa? Whatever his answer were, they come back and say, who else would you like? They're like, there's nobody else. Gamboa is the one we want to see him with. Not only that, in his last fight, you had 10 Mikey fan Garcia shouting Garcia, and you had one crazy Gamboa fan just shouting Gamboa. When Mosley went up to the ring and interrupted Mayweather, Mayweather was man enough to say, you next, and he fought him. Somebody who, somebody who claimed, people are claiming that ducks a lot of people. We'll see if Mikey Garcia is Mexican enough to do the same thing Mayweather did, which is take the guy that went into the ring and interrupted his interview and take the guy who got in front of him and told him, there's basically been a lot of talk from both sides saying that they don't want this fight. We want this fight to happen. I want this fight to happen. We'll see if he's Mexican enough or men enough to say, Gamboa, you're next. But no, they're implementing what? The media hype. There's been so many ways in which they're trying to prevent this fight from happening that it's unbelievable. I mean, I've heard Bob Arum come out and say he don't deserve this fight because he's a wife beater, which it kind of makes me wonder, Bob Arum, his personal life has nothing to do with what he does inside the ring. His wife ain't in there fighting with him. His police record ain't in there fighting with him. I mean, it makes me think about Bernard Hopkins, Mike Tyson, all these fighters, Mayweather. It's crazy to say that, I don't want to give the fight to Gamboa because he's a wife beater, right? But then you are trying to push Mayweather versus Pacquiao. And Mayweather just came out of jail for allegedly beating his girl or whatever, right? Be careful what you say in front of cameras. It may come back to bite you later. The Garcia camp is so desperate, they don't know what to say. Even Robert Garcia, being victim of a little bit of prejudice a few months ago, he became the prejudice when he did that video that they quickly erased out of YouTube, where he's being prejudiced to Cubans. Talking about, oh, we think we got it all. That we should thank them. They even letting us fight. And I understand what he feels like that. Because the last time he fought a Cuban, he got knocked out by Casamayor. And then he ran away from a possible fight with Dios Bellis Hurtado. So I understand why he's talking like that. He's probably like, Mikey, mijo, don't fight these guys. They gonna knock you out. I mean, they run or whatever they want, but they gonna knock you out. It's funny because when Gamboa is in Garcia's face inside the ring, Big Garcia is like, hey, you gonna show up to this press conference or what? Gamboa said, hey, make the fight, I'll show up to this one, beat him, and then I'll show up to the next one. I ain't gonna go to a press conference where I don't have a contract. Boxing has me really frustrated because a lot of fights that should be happening are not happening. I'm so tired of getting comments in my videos that us Cubans, we're cowards because we run. When in reality, we don't run. We just outbox you and it frustrates you. That's what leads you to believe. I mean, I wonder if Salvador Sanchez was still alive or Finito Lopez. What would you say? You run? No. It's kind of crazy that two of you, and this is straight to two of my subscribers, which I will not say names because I see that they do videos and that's probably what they're looking for. So I will not say names, but I will tell you this. Ain't no Cubans ducking nobody. Right now, I can think of fighters that are ducking fighters. Canelo is ducking Lara. Angulo ducked Lara from a possible rematch. Leo Santa Cruz is ducking Guillermo Rigondeaux. Mares is ducking Guillermo Rigondeaux, right? Mikey Garcia is ducking your boy, Yorkis Gamboa. Brandon Rios ducked Abreu from a possible rematch. Kind of crazy that they all have something in common, right? I'm just going to leave that. You be the judge, right? What's going on in boxing, fans, that you guys cannot sit and process things by yourself? Why is it that you guys are being led by what you hear? Why can't you sit, process things by yourself, and come up with your own conclusions about your experiences in boxing and voice your opinion in a positive way? I don't know. I'll leave that in your mind. Till next time, subscribe.